I've been working with dyneema a lot more lately, and cutting the ends has proven to be a bit of a challenge. So these are kind of the classic tools of the trade, right? You cut them with some scissors maybe, and then you burn the edges. Dyneema does a funny thing though when you burn it, and that is it kind of mushrooms or blooms, and it basically expands, and it doesn't make for anything aesthetically pleasing, and it also is not good for knots when you're trying to thread something through, or when you're trying to pull something out and you have essentially like a little stopper knot at the end. So a slight improvement over the scissors is a very sharp razor knife. You get a less disturbed, flatter end that looks really good. But when you go to add some heat, you basically immediately get this mushrooming effect. So yeah, and more specifically, I've been dealing with this dyneema core polyester sheath rope. And the problem that I see happening is when you heat the polyester sheath, it shrinks, but the dyneema core expands. And so you automatically get this very annoying effect where it begins to pull away and separate like that. So first of all, if you have any suggestions after watching this video, please tell me in the comments, because I'm genuinely interested and have not found a better solution so far. But I will show you what I've been doing, which works. You can do it with one of these little torches, but it's better to use a big torch. The reason why is because you really need an extremely hot knife to do this with dyneema, and the knife is going to dissipate the heat if you just use a lighter. Also worth mentioning that you're going to ruin the tip. Well, you're going to ruin the hardness of the metal, and so only do this on a knife that you're willing to sacrifice. But you heat it up until it's literally cherry red. So the handle of my knife is already starting to get hot. I'm sorry for the editing or lack of editing, but basically, like literally, if you tried to make a second cut with that knife, it would be too cold already. So you really need an extremely hot knife. And the way, I don't know exactly how it works. I'm no material scientist, but basically you get a very, very, very small amount of expansion. And in the couple weeks that I've been dealing with dyneema, this has been the best result and the most durable, long-lasting. The closer you put a knot to the end of this, you're going to pull the material and you might get separation, but this has been the best result so far. So I would not recommend heating the end now. I was doing that for a while, and I thought, well, I'll sort of pre-melt the last inch or so. But what happens is if you do this, the dyneema expands and the polyester shrinks. And literally, if you do this and then you preheat the end, it almost immediately separates. So, but if you have some suggestions, I'm very interested in hearing them. A cursory look across the internet, I didn't really find anything different or better than this. So this is my tip to the world. But if you have something better, let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to know. Thanks so much. Take care, guys.